welcome back to Automate Live. This is my last one of the day, but plenty more to come later on today. I actually have three gentlemen with me today from API, as you can see, and rather than me talking your ear off for the whole time, I'm going to let these guys go ahead and introduce themselves, and then I have some questions for you guys. Does that sound good?
Perfect. My name is Eric Nemitz. I'm the Business Development Manager for North America on the LADAR product.
Matt Ledger, North Central Regional Sales Manager.
My name is Arturo Quinto. I'm the Product Manager at headquarters. Been with API for 15 years, so I do product development and projects throughout the industry. So.
Very cool. So we got a mixture of perspectives and areas of the business here. For those that are not familiar with API, can you tell me a little bit about your company and how you got involved in this industry?
Eric?
Thought that was Arturo. So API has been involved in metrology and innovation for over 30 years. The interesting note with API is 1983, the founder, Dr. Cam Lau, co-patented the laser tracker. He co-patented this laser tracker to calibrate robots. So if you look in 1980s, how many robots were involved in the industry? Not a lot. So true innovation. So since he developed this laser tracker, it is integrated and systematically developed within manufacturing and aerospace and defense and large-scale metrology. You can't build a ship, you can't produce an aerospace structure or put an automotive plant line together without a laser tracker. So innovation and forefront thinking has been the continuing theme of API for 30 years. And really what we're showing at the Automate show is the latest technology which truly integrates metrology into the manufacturing process.
You guys have been doing this for a long time. Have you seen the role of quality change much since you got started, and now with kind of like more and more automation happening? Of course, metrology and quality inspection has always been important in manufacturing, but now with automation, how do you guys sort of fit in with that?
So a lot of our products, so the API actually do a lot of sensors and high precision sensors. When you're looking for a good quality product, you need to have the right instrument to qualify and kind of filter out all these quality issues in the field. So, with that in mind, doing automation is another key for us to really show or let the customers know or the user to see some quality defects within a precision using our sensors. So that's one thing about API is we integrate to customer need and what they need throughout the industry as far as quality is concerned.
We've also seen that quality manufacturing or fabrication and design have historically kind of been separate.
Yeah.
Where now quality is kind of integrating into helping design with reverse engineering or giving them in real-time data to be able to design around. And even fabrication, CNC, they're starting to map out these CNCs. They're starting to assist certain processes using laser trackers. But our history coming back from robots is starting to really come to fruition nowadays because we can calibrate the robot's volume. The pandemic kind of forced people to look at lights out manufacturing. In doing that, we need to get that robot more accurate. So we're not just creating the tools on the end effector of automation, but we're starting to calibrate the machines beforehand to get close to lights out manufacturing as we can.
Now it's interesting because when we usually talk about Industry 4.0 and all of that, it's very much focused on data and software, but really bringing quality and quality inspection into the kind of a continuous loop and then communicating with everything else. I hadn't really thought about like the role of metrology hardware in an Industry 4.0 type initiative. Is that something that you guys talk about a lot or work with your customers on?
Yeah, we a big part is these quality machines are going right to the shop floor. Parts coming out of a machine, you can collect data for it, and that data can instantaneously go to a department needing to program off that data. We're seeing CNC operators bringing metrology to the machines, and we're starting to see all this aggregation of the data going up into the cloud for things like SPC, or to assist one shot, one kill of moving a part down the line without it arriving without quality data, knowing that there's a problem.
Yeah, traceability is also really important.
Right.
For sure.
I mean,
and then that's another thing with our sensors, to be able to really quantify the quality of what's going on within the industry, you have to collect that data.
Yeah.
And then these sensors give you a very accurate data that you can measure and really put your quality protocol in hand and kind of filter out and figure out, if these are, defects or not defects, kind of go, no go kind of thing within the assembly. So it makes a lot easier for quality managers to really quantify and look at the outcome of the product that they're trying to produce.
right, so it becomes a lot more of a feedback loop where you're informing upstream process rather than just saying, okay, this product is bad now, we're going to kick it out and not deliver it to a customer. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say those departments we've noticed sometimes butt heads between each other because they've been so compartmentalized, but now the groups are working together because they're all looking for a solution that makes everyone else's processes. So yeah, the red tagging the part and sending it out for someone else to fix those lines are being blurred.
I'm sure that's also fixing a lot of unnecessary downtime problems, right? Because if you can get that data right away and you can act on that quality issue right away, especially if it's something upstream that's happening, like a machine needs to be maintained or there's something is slipping, right? It can inform a lot of things, including like predictive maintenance almost. It's not, you're not looking at the machine itself, but you're looking at the output and then providing that information in real time to somebody in the plant, right?
Yeah, I mean, to kind of put all our products in one house, kind of transition from talking conceptual to our product line. The history with the robots, we've been in the machine tool world, calibrating, compensating CNCs, analyzing it. We've also been in the quality labs and on the shop floor with general metrology. Our product suite kind of covers all those departments of it, and the introduction of our new 90 LADAR has really taken the automation during it more hands off. I mean, the amount of information the system gives you, I know I'm supposed to shill my own equipment, but I've been in the metrology world a long time, and this new product that we're introducing is pretty revolutionary. It's a sledgehammer.
So can you tell me a little bit more about that? What makes it so special?
Yeah. I'll let the product
So,
right, we've got the product manager here.
With our system, especially our new system, the LADAR system, which is a non-contact optical scanning equipment, one of the what we call our technology within that system, we call it the OFCI, which is optical frequency chirping interferometry, which was developed by our founder and CEO, Dr. Cam Lau, and he applied this technology to this non-contact device. And over time, for the past 12, 15 years, he developed this, and I think he felt like this is the time and kind of, really release this technology in the field for Automate 4.0. So this is one of the motivation that we worked on to really integrate a system within the industry who can really make data collection and real-time feedback much easier for big projects and integration with big companies. So it's a pretty compact device. If you guys haven't seen it, go to our website, you'll see it. It has an embedded controller, which is high. We develop our own digitizer within it, and also we have a very compact design, which I think it benefits a lot when you're integrating a system, especially installing it at end effector of a robot or something like that. So it makes a lot easier when it comes to integration is concerned.
So it's got a compact design, but it has a really large range, right?
That's correct. So the ranges that we produce with these models, we have the 8-meter range, 15, and a 25. And you're looking at an accuracy of a laser tracker comparable to that. So, with its high data rate of 20,000 scans per second, you're looking at millions of data possibly easily on a part surface scan.
Wow. That seems like a pretty big deal if you know this industry and this type of technology, right?
It is. It's almost I would say a paradigm shift from our, I would say now, traditional laser tracker technology to, this non-contact scanning.
Yeah.
Of course, there's other technologies that's out there also present with our competitors, but we believe that ours has a little bit of edge to, what we can do overall.
A couple of the other specs about that, traditional scanning, they talk about incidence angles. So straight on is 0 degree, parallels 90. Most scan systems will max want you around 45 degrees, ideally 35. This LADAR is getting up to 87 degrees incidence angles with very little noise. So we're seeing, inline body in white coming, and this device can measure the whole front end without having to move to other positions up to 20 times faster than what's out there. So, that people are starting to look at taking their at-line inspections and cutting out the whole cell and introducing it. So the impact this is going to have is pretty big on automation.
Yeah, because one of the barriers to automating quality that I saw back in my career, I used to do machine vision, was that a lot of times these things, there would be too much changeover, or a program would work for one product and it wouldn't work for another, and so companies wanted things that were flexible, right? That they can, if they change a product or they run a different type of job, right? You want to be able to have the same equipment work for you.
Sure.
Would you say that it, gives manufacturers more flexibility to not have to redeploy a different system?
Absolutely. We have a division, it's called Integrated Metrology. So the concept is we work within that BIOS. So whatever software, we're open architecture, open source. So we build the best sensor out there, the LADAR. We're willing to work with all of the integrators and OEMs on.
Oh, that's
software.
fantastic. That's a running theme, and one that we love at Automation Ladies: interoperability, partnerships, cooperation, right? I think manufacturers need more technology on their plant floor to be faster, to help solve the labor shortage challenges, right? So the more we can all work together as an industry to get these manufacturers what they need, the more we all move ahead, right?
Right, sure.
So I love hearing that. What industries in particular? Are there any applications that you guys specialize in, or industries that you support?
I would think sheet metal, automotive, inline and nearline applications, just a lot of measurement data sets taking place. So it's accurate data inline replacing CMM offline.
Yeah.
Aerospace, of course, large structures, aerospace, and a little bit of medical.
Shipbuilding too, we have several systems in that where they're working on aircraft carriers, submarine assembly. We've also had some really interesting industries that we've broken into. This thing can shoot through glass and measure a part on the inside. So we're seeing thermoforming applications where people want to measure the FEA, or the dynamic movement of a part inside of a vacuum seal, and we're able to measure inside of that. So it's brought out industries we didn't even know existed, and goes into the traditional ones.
And that's the thing with this new equipment that we have. If you have something that you don't need a user intervention at the end of that laser, you could get really creative as as an integrator or a solution provider to big companies like aerospace. So with that being said, you have a broad range of application that still we have to tap into. I know there's a lot of integrators, like what you said, it's a teamwork.
Yeah.
You have your sensor, the hardware, you even have a software integrator, you have your robot industry, which we know is a big push to automate the solution that we provide to our customers. So it's a whole teamwork effect.
So if systems integrators, manufacturers, anybody here is interested in bringing their toughest application to you to see if your new tech can solve it, what booth are you guys in?
5046.
5046. Okay,
Yep.
well, I will be making sure to come by to see what you guys have got.
Yeah.
I wish we had more time. I have more questions, but I will follow up with you guys in your booth.
Awesome.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I will be back in the afternoon. Keep watching Automate Live, and we'll see you later.